two dojos are at the center of this controversy. What is up, everybody? It's Dave from Team Rubalcaba Network. Oh man, it has been such a crazy last 24 hours. So, a couple of things, man. I just want to get on here and just share something that I saw today. I thought it would be interesting to talk about. At first, I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I saw another tweet, and then I was like, okay, something's got to be going on. So, I just want to start off first by saying thank you for all of the love. Thank you for all the comments the last couple of days. It's been crazy, this Cobra Kai train. We need to make, like, yesterday Cobra Kai, like, day, period, man. It was just so crazy. I still haven't been able to catch up on the amount of comments. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of comments out there. So it's just amazing to see this community of Cobra Kai Nation out there that's just exploding. It's all over social media, and so I'm just kind of blown away. So thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers that are on this journey with me. I appreciate you guys. I don't live stream as often as I probably normally do, but last night, and you got to go back and watch last night's live, I made a commitment that I'm going to live stream at least once a day for the next 30 days to get, just talk about Cobra Kai, get out there and chat with you guys, and then share some of the comments and share some of the things that I'm seeing out there. So it's going to be a wild ride. The countdown has begun until January 8th. And honestly, man, for the first time yesterday, I felt good to look forward to something. I know with everything that's going on right now with we know what's going on out there in the world. It's been demoralizing sometimes. I know for me, for my family, for my friends, it's been really hard to just kind of get through what's been going on. So to have something to look forward to, it really makes 2021 exciting, because we know that the other stuff that's going on in the world is probably still going to be around in 2021, but at least we have Cobra Kai to look forward to. At least we have something to chat about and have fun. And so I really appreciate it. What's up, Cobra Kai Studio? Thanks for jumping in, man. I know, guys, it was kind of like an impromptu live stream, which normally I don't do that, but I saw something I couldn't sit on, so I wanted to talk about it with you guys and share it with you guys. What's up, Anthony? What's up, big dog? I haven't seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you. Hope the family's still doing well. The girls are doing well, man. What's up, Brian? Thanks for jumping in, man. Let me see. Cobra Kai, hey, my friend. I'll have to team replay on this one. This one, our district managers in town, bro. I've been there, man. I worked in retail for like 20 years, man. It's like store's a train wreck, and then you find out your DM is gonna be there in like 45 minutes. So of course you scramble like mad to make everything happen. That's exactly how I feel right now. I'm just making a mad scramble to get this live stream going. So I feel you, brother. So it's good to see you. And then who else? We got Brian. Appreciate you, man. Anthony, glad you guys are in here. So, like as usual, it's kind of my custom to just give some shout outs, give some recognition to some of my peers out there, because these guys are on fire too, man. I saw yesterday video after video after video of my peers just killing it, crushing it. We kind of call it like the Cobra Den of creators out there. It's our quiver, right? I think that's what it's called. And it's just been mad crazy and the amount of love. So I love to give them a shout out. What's up, Leo? And then as usual, you guys, I do have Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, man. And so I'm going to share that with you, and then we'll give them some big shout outs. And I did put a link in at the top of the chat about Cobra Kai Fanatics. So I created this group. I don't know why I didn't think of creating a group so long ago. So I created this group, man. We zoomed into like 200 people following that group within like less than a month, and it keeps growing. It's growing even more now. So get in there, and that's where off screen I'm in there. I chat with people, share stuff, post. do polls and all that, just to kind of talk with everyone that is a fan. So it's a really cool place. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner, but it's a cool place to be in. And I'm usually in there once, maybe twice a day, sometimes more, because I turned on my alerts, guys. And then I'll tell you that story a little bit later. My phone would not stop for like 14 hours straight. It's been crazy. What's up, Julian? You want to say hi?
Hi.
Well, they can't see you, but you're not on camera. What's up? This is Julian. You might recognize him from, I think it was season 2. He jumped in and did a couple of episodes with me. Where's Maddie? I see Maddie coming in. So these are my boys. So they're hanging out. They're probably like, why is Dad like yelling in the other room? I know it doesn't sound like yelling to you guys, but they could probably hear me next door. I'm talking so loud. So, all right, guys. Where you guys? Oh, say hi. You are officially YouTubers. Yes, you are YouTubers out there. All right, guys. I'm gonna switch to the shout outs, and then we'll kind of kick it off. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in a bit. Cobra Kai Fanatics, guys. This is the group. I have links at the top of the chat. Make sure you jump in there and join the conversation, and it's gonna get crazier. Cobra Kai fandom, man. This was one of my buddies out there, but he reached out to me a while ago. Man, we just connected. We've been crushing it. Watch Party, Banzai Kai Dojo, Cobra Kai Companion, the Chozen one, Cobra Kai Kid. This dude's crushing it right now, man. It was mad crazy watching him grow. Cobra Kai Studio, and then we have Cobra Kai Nation. And man, you guys are all out there crushing it. I probably talk with these guys probably every single day, multiple times a day. We have our own little, Instagram chat that we talk every day. So if you guys haven't followed them, go out and follow them. You know what's really cool, guys? And maybe you guys feel it too. You feel like these newer channels, I'm just going to say they're newer because, this year they're newer. They are bringing all this energy, man. And it's like, you got to put it into context. Like my season 3 predictions were put out like a year and a half ago, man. And so to see these guys come in with fresh new ideas and just like boom, taking it by storm, man, that got me like pumped and excited. So we see Maddie's trying to get back in the screen. You got to move over, bud. Right there. And by the way, I'm giving a haircut later on today. Say we're gonna give you a haircut later on today. So. He's like, no. So much love out to these guys if you guys aren't following them. But, it's really cool that we started these collaborations with one of the videos that we did. And it's kind of grown past that. So I see them doing collabs. We're working on some behind the scenes. We're working on another roundtable. So we were talking about that yesterday. And so many more things are going to come out. And it's just energizing to have people that love the show and are willing to work together. And I think the fans out there really, really love it. Okay, so before I kind of jump into, let me just put that slideshow in the background so we can get those images up. Let me just check the chat really quick, and then we'll kind of kick it off. I don't expect to be on too long unless you guys have a bazillion questions, but if you do, that's cool too. We'll do that. All right, Mike T, what's up, big dog? What is up, man? I hope the family's doing good. We need to go back out to New Mexico to visit you, man. I need to get more of those Hatch chilies, man. You know how much salsa we made with that over like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I froze that, broke it up. Man, that was the best chili. So we'll be out there soon, I hope. Let's see what else is going on. Leo, how do you think Daniel will react when Sam tells him that Miguel was the one who returned the Medal of Honor? That's an interesting one. I'm going to save that, Leo. I'm going to come back to that because I'll get sidetracked really quickly. So maybe what we'll do is some of the questions on the back end, I'll go back and answer those because then I'm going to go down this train and I won't figure out how to get back and I'll forget what we even started off to do. Frankie, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining. I think, Frankie, you're new in my group if I remember. So thanks for jumping in. We got Sir. What's going on? Sir Telly Godslayer. What's up, brother? And everyone's saying hi to Maddie, Julian. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Detective Bat, what's going on, brother? Glad to see you again, too. I mentioned last night in my live stream that there's people that I've seen over the years, and like you're one of them that I recognize you over the last couple years. So I'm just glad to see you guys and connect, and even with all the new people finding the channels. So I want to share something with you guys, and so I'll be blatantly honest. I don't always follow social media, man. I don't. I just, because with everything else going in my world, man, I have 5 kids. We're working on all these projects outside of YouTube. There's just a ton of stuff, so it's like I don't necessarily follow it all the time until yesterday. And then all hell broke loose. I turned it on and it has not stopped. Everything from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the group to Twitter, it's just been nonstop. Excuse me, crazy. So I got an alert today that made me scratch my head, and you guessed it, it was about Chozen. There he is, like right on cue, man. It's so crazy. Last night this was happening all night. I was talking about stuff and then it'd pop up. So I did want to talk about Chozen. So one, before we get started, how do you guys feel seeing other characters that we knew from Karate Kid 2? How did you feel seeing them show up in the trailer? And if you're watching this on the replay, leave your comments below. Tell me how you guys felt seeing them. So for me, it was really cool to see. Let me know if you guys are hearing clicking. I feel like my microphone is popping right now. So let me just, before I get too deep into it, is a microphone okay? Sometimes I pick up static. So if we're doing good, give me a 333 in there. Banzai Kai, I know I stole that from you. I told you that last night. Give me a 333 if the mic is good and you're not hearing any static or anything like that. Sometimes it might just be on my end, but I'm not 100% sure. So, but you know, seeing some of these characters back on into the Cobra Kai fandom world, or the Cobra Kai world in general, is just amazing to see them back. Now I would tell you something, and I think it's because I got over it in season 1. 333, we're doing good. Okay, good. I saw, you know, when we first saw Johnny and Daniel in season 1, maybe the first 2 episodes, I was like, man, they've aged. You know what I mean? And then we kind of get over it because it's been like 30 plus years. So, but I kind of felt the same way when I saw Chozen and Kumiko. I was like, man, they've aged a little bit. So it was kind of interesting to see that. But just to see them back brings back that nostalgia, like feeling of there's something familiar that's going on. So everyone's saying 333. Okay, good. Everything's going on. Anthony says, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't see Ali, and I'll touch on that. Let me write that down because I'll forget it. There's probably a reason for that, man. Go back and watch last night's live stream. I talked about it too, but I think that there's a cliffhanger tied to Ali and maybe Silver as well, that there's going to be some surprise way that we bring them into what's going on. Okay, so let's click over to the first slide. Hold on one second, guys. Boom! So I saw this. This was actually from Cobra Kai series. John Horowitz retweeted this one as well. Sorry, let me get a drink of water because I'm so excited I can't even talk right now. So I saw this, right? And just look at this title. I just want to talk about it really quick. Some enemies never change. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, when I first saw this, I'm like, dude, that's just hype. That's just, you know, to get us talking about it. And of course it did. But I'm a firm believer, and I talked about this yesterday, that and I really truly believe that Chozen, there is going to be conflict with Daniel. Obviously, they got to iron out some of the stuff that's going on between them, or maybe the last 30 years of things that they didn't resolve. So I get that. That's going to happen. That's normal. That's natural. But I also think that Chozen will actually help Daniel, right? He's going to help him either train, teach him. We saw the scene of him using a bow and all that stuff. And, you know, I just really think that he might help him train and prepare, which in turn he'll go back and train his own, you know, I can't even call it a dojo because I feel like it's been disbanded or something, but we'll just call it his old students, right? Maybe he's gonna pull them back into the dojo, but I think it definitely started with Sam. We see Sam training, we see her, with the bow, so we definitely know that there's some additional weapons that are being introduced, which I called that a couple of weeks ago on Banzai Kai's video that we talked about, that I really thought that weapons are going to be introduced, and then we saw weapons everywhere in Cobra Kai's dojo, and now we see them in Daniel's Miyagi-Do as well. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happening. So I didn't take too much stock into this picture at first, and I'm like, okay, I can see it. There's just kind of like the hype train. And then I saw this. Maybe just for tonight, the Game Awards. And so, look, I'm going to tell you this. Everything that we've ever seen, and I want you guys to take your kind of fan hat off right now, because there's all this excitement going on, and there's all these theories that are going on. Think back over the last 2 years. Think about all the tweets, all the posts that were happening from, Hayden, from John, Josh, the Twitter. Every single thing that was posted had some purpose, had something relevant that we just didn't know at the time. We didn't get it because we didn't see the full episodes, we didn't see the season, but everything they put out there was some type of gold nugget that had meaning. So this is where I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? So even I was like, wait, what? There's purpose. And yeah, I get it, it's kind of the strike conversation, but what if I was wrong? What if Chozen wasn't there to help Daniel? What if the grudge isn't fixed in season 3? What do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen? Leave your comments below as well if you catch it on the replay. What do you think is their relationship going to be like? So while you guys are thinking about that and you guys let that marinate, everything has purpose. Everything has a reason. If you go back and check tweets from a year or two ago, everything was dialed in to the marketing machine, but there was a lot of truth behind it. Maybe sometimes some misdirection from Hayden. Yeah, I'm calling you out, brother. We all know it. There may be some misdirection and some smoke and mirror stuff, but at the end of the day, there was a lot of truth into what was being tweeted and posted. And so the reason why I'm saying that is because why would John retweet it? So there it is, man. I really think that there's something that has to do with maybe that their relationship isn't as strong, or maybe they don't come out the other side as friends, and that grudge is going to have to work itself out. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys think about that for a moment. I'm going to circle back to some of the questions in the live stream. And don't forget, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, share it out, tell your mama, tell your friends, share it out, let them know TRN is bringing it, man. And by the way, we got some new merch. Check this out. I showed it last night. I don't know if you can see it because of that background. Cobra Kai Theories, man. These are all available. Links, I think, are in the description. It'll take you to my eBay store. Okay, enough shameless self-promotion, but check it out. I got some other shirts up there as well. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Let's see. Do you think, I'm sorry, I don't know, I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce the name, but it says, do you think the people that Johnny and Daniel fight are the people from Louis? You know what? I never thought about that. So I'm going to drop it here again. This was a theory that came to me last night in the middle of a live stream, and sometimes that just happens. That I think that Daniel went to the courthouse to help Johnny. Like, he's going to bail him out. I think it's because Daniel, for the first time, really needs him. And he's like pleading to him, we need to, come together. And I think in that process, somehow his car was either towed, trashed, or something and taken. Because it just doesn't make sense how both of them supposedly hating each other first of all, end up together, and then end up together somewhere where they were, attacked. So to me, it smells like a setup, and of course, we all know Kreese is probably behind it. So I think that it was Kreese that was actually behind that to set it up. He's like a master chess player, and it would make sense knowing that Johnny needs to get out. Maybe LaRusso goes to help him, and let's get these guys in one area so we could send them a message. But you know what? Louis done that in the past as well. So I'm not sure. It seems like there's a conflict, and that's why, like, if Daniel is trying to work with Johnny, and people will have their own speculation on whether they're working together or just, trying to help Robbie. We won't get into that. But it just seems like the family must know if Daniel is talking with Johnny, or they're in the same car together. We see Amanda in the trailer talking to them. Clearly there has to be some type of communication, with the family. So I don't know if Louis would be the one that would prompt something like that, but it wouldn't put it past him to tell you the truth. And I miss Louis, man. He was kind of a punk, but I kind of like that, man. He was pretty funny. Let's see. Hamid, yes, it's okay. Welcome, man. Welcome. Anthony, I already read that one. Sorry. Julie, what's up, Julie? I appreciate you jumping in. Here's another question. Do you think the people... Wait, I just read that, didn't I? I did. Sorry. My chat skipped, and then I'm pulling it back. Okay. Detective says, I was more shocked seeing Kumiko, to be honest. And I agree. Actually, I take that back. I kind of thought with Daniel going back to Okinawa, it was kind of probably more than likely that they would bump into each other. So I really thought that would more than likely happen, but I wasn't really 100% sold on it until I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, I was wrong. She's definitely in there. So let's take a look. This is from Anthony. After seeing Kyler in the trailer, I think it's his blood that's on Hawk's hands. So, I had a lot of comments. That's a good question, or good statement. So what I think right now is, and I had I don't know, maybe 20 people put the same comment, 20 different people, same comment that they think it's Kyler. But here's what I don't think is or here's why I don't think it's Kyler. I think that level of aggression of him pounding, to me, I think he's hitting some type of punching bag, something like that's on the floor. Something clearly led up to that, like maybe something happened to Hawk. Maybe Dimitri punked the hell out of him again. Man, Hawk, you got to redeem yourself, brother. You keep getting punked. You see that sweep of the leg? Oh, and then that shot where they're here, I'm going to put the slides back on so we could take a look at that if it shows up. But that shot where they're in the high school and you see all of Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do, and you see the guys from Miyagi-Do are just smirking at him what are you gonna do? Oh man. So I think that there's a lot of rage that's happening with Hawk, and he's just pounding it on something until his knuckles bleed. Remember Karate Kid 3. What did Daniel do? He punched that wood until boom, his knuckles start bleeding. That's part of some of the training that happens in Cobra Kai. Remember that. That's some of the training and tactics that we have seen in Cobra Kai. Oh, there's the scene. Look at that smile on all of these guys' faces. Dude, there is no intimidation. There is no fear of Cobra Kai until something crazy is going to happen. But yeah, I think that he's just pounding on something. Now, Kyler being in Cobra Kai, I knew that was going to happen. Make sure to click the link to that video. I had a feeling that he was going to be in it. I found stuff on IMDb that kind of confirmed it, and on the episodes that he was going to be in. And who do we see? Kyler. You're welcome. I kind of have a feeling that was going to happen. But I do think that there's going to be tension. There's the shot. Man, it's just on point, man. They just show up. These slides show up exactly what I'm talking about it. So I think that you're right. There's definitely conflict. There's definitely some rage that Hawk probably still has towards Kyler, but I think that's gonna be taken care of when they train. Like I think he's gonna get his payback when they're training, and because he's a senior kind of student and top performing student, I'm sure he's gonna make Kyler's life hell. But it makes sense. Kyler got punked and needs to redeem himself, needs to learn to protect himself. So it makes sense that he comes to one of the baddest dojos around. And who knows, we could see him jump dojos too. We could definitely see that, especially if Hawk continues to make his life miserable and just punishes him. So there could be that too. So I'll throw that out there. To hell with it. We're gonna see Kyler get punked and then run to Miyagi Do. You guys can all call me out on it like a month from now for being absolutely wrong. Let's see, Brian, I think those guys took Johnny's car and were maybe dismantling it to sell the parts, and Johnny wants his damn car back. Now, I actually saw some comments. I don't know if that was from you specifically. What's up, Dara? Specifically from you, but I did see some comments last night that kind of brought that up, and I honestly didn't think about the car. Season 2, episode 10, he throws the keys into the car. Somebody's gonna take it, right? So that's actually pretty plausible too, but it doesn't explain why Daniel is there with him. And I did see some comments about, well, he's gonna help him out. I don't know, man. And if I remember correctly, at the beginning of that fight, I don't remember seeing bruises on his face. And so I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be mixed up, but I didn't look at it. I didn't zoom in on it, but I could be mixed up too. So maybe my time frame is just a little messed up. But what's up, guys? 21 people in the house. Thanks for jumping into this impromptu video, man, or live. So let's see. Hold on one second. Anthony says, I'm interested to see Kumiko and Daniel's reaction to seeing each other and how Daniel's wife feels about it. So I kind of agree. I think there's gonna definitely, they had a connection. You saw it in Karate Kid 2. They had a connection, and maybe she's married to Chozen at this point. Which, to me, there's a reason why I don't think that is a possibility. You would need like a whole episode. There she is on cue. So you would almost need a whole episode explaining how did she go from getting beaten by him, 30, literally slapped and everything else, to marrying him. So that, to me, that's just like a huge jump, and it would take a lot of explanation. And maybe it happens. Maybe they're married, but I definitely think you could see the excitement on her face, and we want to see the look on Daniel's face. Now, there was some photos, and I don't have it in here, but I did see it. I think it was Watch Party that put it on Instagram, that you see them at like some type of bar together, having a drink, and then that's when they turn around and see Chozen. So there may be that connection, or it could be simply Chozen heard he was in town. Come on, guys, small town. It's not like LA, but I guess you could use Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We know YouTube definitely exists in the series, so maybe they just use Facebook and Twitter to say, hey, your boy Daniel's in town, come lay a smackdown on him. Yeah, I got called out for being a Daniel hater all the time, and I'm not. Just sometimes when he's being a fool, I'm gonna check him. So, but yeah, definitely. I'm sure it's probably going to be a surprise. Now, how Amanda feels, that's different too. So, I'm not going to condone what's happening, but if they just went out and had lunch, is it wrong? Probably. Is it a big deal in the grand scheme of things? I don't know, but it could definitely lead to a big deal and some issues out there. All right, guys. Let's see. Detective Bat, Karate Kid 3 vibes when Terry Silver had Daniel's knuckles bleed. Exactly. That's how I felt, guys, when I saw it. That was like my heart, first impression. I was like, oh, that looks like what happened in Karate Kid 3. So, I'm kind of leaning to that side with you as well. Let's see who else is in here. Mr. Flo, what's going on? Welcome. I see Gary Hernandez. Welcome. Let me see. Mr. Flow 11. Do you think Sam and Miguel get back together? So, I'm not 100% sure. And I'll kind of run through my logic here. I'll put this back on just for anyone new that's coming back in that we're talking about Chozen and everything else. Is there's a lot of emotion that's happening, and there's more blame that's happening right now. So I definitely think that she feels sympathy for Miguel, because she didn't create it, but she was a part of it. Like, this could easily, we clearly know Tori went, batshit crazy, went in there and laid a smackdown. But it didn't have to end that way. It could have ended with them breaking up or whatever. So I know she feels responsible. And the question, I think you're asking the wrong question. The question is, will Miguel want anything to do with her? And that's where I'm looking at, where he's going through, and the mindset and the tough stuff that he's about to endure. I don't think he's thinking about Sam. I think initially he's frustrated, he's bitter, he's angry, and he knows Sam played a part in that. And I know he 100% blames Tori for all the nonsense, but I think he's going to hold her accountable to a part of it. Maybe not the whole season, but initially, I don't think he's going to want much to do with her for maybe half the season, as we see him just going through his recovery process. Dara says, what's your thought on Robbie getting beaten up? I think we think that, well, I knew that this was going to happen. It's just something that, the newbie comes in, you're going to be tested. And clearly he was punked really bad. And I mentioned it in one of the videos that I did. I think it was the full breakdown, that Mr. Miyagi, it reminded me, Mr. Miyagi said, 5-2-1. I can't remember exactly how it goes. 1-1, okay. 1-5, too much for anyone to handle, or something like that. I don't know. I had it written down when I read it. So you see that no amount of karate can stop 8 people beating you up, unless maybe you're Steven Seagal or something like that, and that's not karate. But I'm just saying, like, that situation I think had to take place, because he too is going through a change, and he's going to go through his own process because of what's happening and the responsibility of what's happening to him, and he's going to have to do a lot of self-reflection quickly in there. But we also see that scene where he's on the floor smirked, and he's looking to, from what I can tell, he's looking to the guy that actually probably hit him first, and he's smirking at him, telling him, like, it's on. And I hate to say it, but in that environment, if you're tough and you can defend yourself, people aren't going to mess with you. So we know that he probably took on a handful of them later on. And I think from what I saw in those pictures, guys, that I think Robbie's going to be there for a little while. And the reason why I think that is the picture where we see him with Kreese. He looked like he gained like 10 pounds. That's not going to happen. You look at from when he was arrested, where he looks really kind of almost sickly, to that shot. And maybe I'll put that on the slideshow and maybe we'll see it, where he looks a little heavier. So I think there's some time that's going on. So he's definitely initially gets beat up, and then over time, maybe a couple of weeks, he finds opportunity to do that. And then we see Kreese show up. So yeah, I definitely think he's going to go through some huge changes as the season goes on. Let me see. I'm going to try to catch up with the chat real quick. All right. TRN, Mike, I see that you're spamming it, brother. Just hold on, dude. I see it. I don't want to have to put you on a timeout, but just cool it with. I'm getting to them, man. I'm getting to them. So what's up, PJ? Just saw that you're in here. What's up, brother? Okay, so let's see who else. Let me get through all of Mike's comments to look for some more in there. Let's see. Do you think Chozen is Kyler's dad? 100% no. I don't think that one bit. And I'll tell you why, because he says in what is it, season 1, that his parents are from Irvine. Like, I don't think there's a connection. I think we want all of those connections, and honestly, I think it's a stretch for us to tie all of those pieces together. It's just too much, guys. Too much. Like, everything doesn't have to have a tie to somebody, but it's fun trying to make and connect the dots. But I honestly, I don't think it does. PJ, I can't wait for Johnny and Daniel team up and Chozen. Seeing if Miyagi taught Daniel everything he knows. I know that's gonna be a Royal Rumble. I'm gonna be like with my popcorn watching Daniel get beaten up, just with like a grin, like just watching him. I love Daniel. I'm just waiting for his redemption. I do think, though, guys, that this season he may get his redemption. So I'll clear the air. I love Daniel. I love him. I do not like where he's at right now and what he stands for, because when I see him, I see Mr. Miyagi. And when I look at Daniel like really hard, he is absolutely nothing like him. Like, he's thrown away his values for petty stuff, for revenge, for not being forgiving, everything that's completely opposite to what he's taught. So until he realigns himself to that, I'm going to keep giving him shit. Just so you know. Boom. End of sentence. Okay, let's see. Leo, how do you think Daniel will react when Sam lets him... I think you mentioned that already. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks for dropping it again, because I forgot. You know what? I think that's going to add to some of the resentment. One, she's clearly blaming him for almost killing Miguel. I mean, he's probably semi-paralyzed right now. But to find that out too, it's like finding out some deep, dark secret. And so it's going to sting. It's going to hurt her. And maybe their relationship or friendship or whatever is going to be fractured the whole entire season. But I do think that if that comes into play, it's not looking good for Robbie, man. Robbie's going to have to really try to fix, right the ship, to fix the problem. Mr. Flo says, do you think Miguel will be able to walk again in season 3? So I'm going to throw this out there. This is exactly what I think. I think he is going to struggle the entire season. And I've said that in multiple episodes. I've said that on doing collaborations. I do think that I would say 80 to 90% of it. Maybe at the very end, we see his first step, and then that would be a huge win. And so I know a lot of people don't like this theory because we want to see him back. We want to see him fighting. We want to see all that stuff. That is coming. Trust me, season 4 or 5. I'm thinking like 3 seasons out. That is coming. But you got to remember, this is a drama. And we want to go through, we want to experience like what is happening to him. There's a shot, I think that was a flashback shot to the tournament. So I don't think that's him actually fighting now. I just don't think with bringing in a tournament and all this, it's just too much. So I just think that we're going to go on this emotional journey. Like, we've seen him grow with his karate. We've seen him grow physically, but we really haven't seen him grow emotionally. And this injury is going to take us on that journey with him and watch the pain and the struggle. And at that point where he's at his breaking point, and then he gets through it with the help of Johnny by his side. There it is with the keg. That's awesome. I gotta start working out like that. I love that picture. That's freaking amazing. And I think it's very symbolic. And this is why I have a feeling that we're gonna go that route. I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet, but like, I do a lot of psychological analysis on characters based on emotion, because that's what drives drama. If it was an action, complete 100% action, that's different. But this is a drama. So there's all of these underlying emotions and underlying things that are happening with characters. So when things happen, we're just like either stunned or we're rooting for them. And so I think that's what's happening with Miguel as the season goes on, and we see how just like tough it's been for him. it's gonna be miraculous to see him take that first step. And so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm gonna sit on, and that's I have spoken. I think that's from the new what is that? I can't. It's not Star Wars. It's The Mandalorian. Boom, season 1. I have spoken. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be really interesting to see his arc grow mentally. But what I was trying to tie that to is I think we're all in the same boat. Like we're all in this space right now where things are feeling bleak, things are feeling hard, things feel depressing. We feel like giving up sometimes, and I really think we need to see something uplifting that happens in the show to snap us out of this craziness that's happening and give us something to root for. And so these writers are genius. And so I really think that they're going to bring something like that to the table. It wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't expect anything less. Quiet Lightning. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Golden. Stay golden. Joseph, what's going on? Thanks for joining. We're kind of getting near the end of this. The Gameson as a Gameson 100. What is going on, guys? Leo, how do you think Daniel and Amanda will react to finding out Tori's motivation for attacking Sam at the school in the season 2? I think she tells her parents. Like that's the one thing that guilt kind of does to you, and you see it. There was this one scene, I didn't notice it in this trailer, maybe it was a teaser, where Amanda's hugging Sam and she's saying something. I really think that guilt is gonna kind of surface, that Amanda's gonna ask what happened. Like things like this just don't happen accidentally. Like what led to this? And so I think they're gonna have that conversation, and I think she's gonna know that her daughter played a role in it. All right, I'm getting near the end, guys. I got to get out of here soon. So, do you think Robbie joins Cobra Kai and eventually go back to Miyagi-Do? I don't know, man. We're gonna save that one because I have some thoughts about all of that too, and we're gonna just, dude. I committed to 30 days of live streams, videos, and all that. So that stuff is coming. Trust me. There's a lot to talk about. It's coming. Okay. All right, what else is going on? I think that's it, guys. So thank you guys for jumping in. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and as always, I really, really, truly appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything, all the love, and more to come. I know I could probably stay on here for 10 hours, but I got a family to take care of, and I got some stuff to do too today, so all right, guys. Appreciate it. I'm going to get on out of here. And until next time, I'm out. Or maybe not yet. Maybe now. Okay, how about now? Now. Just kidding. I'm out.